Hi, this is Jay from I Wonder UK. Thanks for joining me on this video about the new Lanshan 2026 version from 3FUL gear. I'll be honest with you, I forgot to do an intro. I got the new tent in August the 1st, 2026, and I'll be setting up initially and breaking it down with a follow-on video later on of 20 days wild camping to test it out. But for today is the setup, breakdown with little tips and changes that I've noticed on it. Thanks for joining me. Through there and leave a bit of length, come round, put this bit through, don't forget this bit. The difference on the 2026 version is this was plastic, which everybody used to moan about and replaced. I'll be honest with you, I've had mine on for 4 years and I've never broke mine. And again, I've only ever used one side of it. I never put this side on because I can never clip it on from inside the tent. But I do put these little bungee cords on and attach that on as well, which I don't know if it helps, but it's a little backup. Another difference is the zip. Used to be a cover over the zip, which is about maybe 1 inch wide, and used to cover at the top of that. Apparently this is a waterproof zip. We'll see. That's alright, and it runs nice and smoothly like Lanshan zips always do, and we'll see. This has got the 3/4 season liner, which I much prefer. Had it on my last one. I do like the idea of having the mesh. I think it's 2 seasons, 2/3 seasons, but the mesh is very breezy. You only have to have the slight breeze with this side of tent and it comes through. And I quite like the enclosed feeling as well. But the difference on this one, which is what I tried to get last time, is the T-zip. So I'm hoping that's going to be a lot easier to use. The J one was fine, and I obviously got used to it, but struggling to do that with one hand, brand new. But yeah, I think we all know what a T one is, rather than the J used to come up approximately here maybe. And because I'm getting a little bit old, trying to get in and then tuck my knee up behind me is always a little bit awkward. Another thing I just noticed, I think these toggle sleeves, for want of word, the little hoop bit down there, on both the inner and the outer, are slightly longer. Definitely seemed easier when I first got my other Lanshan. It was fine. One more thing, the size of the inner tent, I need to check this. I think it's, well, I've just measured it, it's 220 centimetres, and I think my last Lanshan was 210, so an extra 4 inches of space lengthwise. Not that I need it, but there you go. I think it's the same width, 75 to the end of the tent, and the little bit that sticks out on the triangle is about 90 centimetres, but that's fine by me. Just having a lay down inside here, and it's definitely longer. I can lay down in it with my hands above my head, touch either end, but I'm only 5'6", so there you go. The other little things with this is the little pocket at the end, which, to be honest with you, I never use, and people seem to like the little hook at the top here for your lantern, which again I never use. I always just keep my head torch right next to me. When you put your pole in, what I was trying to show you before in the other video, you need to be, there's a reinforced bit with a light grey. You put the handle of your pole up in there, then grab hold of it so it doesn't slip out, and then just slip this one in, holds it out. You're supposed to, or I believe you can put your trekking pole in through that and then down into the ground. Obviously you need to take the cap off for that, and I'll be honest with you, I've never done it. Up to you though. What a great tent. Even though it is a small tent, another little top tip is the footprint helps you sort of judge how big a pitch you're going to need, how big a piece of grass. But the inner tent is 220 centimetres, but the outside pegs, which I'm talking to there, is about 290, and front to back, from the front peg to the back guy rope, is about 290 as well, so call it 3 meters. And to be honest with you, the time you get the guy ropes in the end to give you enough space there and there, you need about 4 meters. So you're looking at 4 meters side to side and 3 meters front to back, which you can work out by laying your trekking pole down. I've swapped the original Lanshan 3FUL pegs out for slightly longer ones that I think they're called Y, for obvious reasons. Get that in focus maybe. And I always put them in about that angle, especially the guy ropes and especially this front one. I go round, as you can see the tent's holding up fine. They're sticking up 2 or 3 inches out of the ground, probably more. What I call jigging and then rigging. Put them in like that, get your tent adjusted, tighten the tensioners up on this, which I love, which I've not seen on another tent at this cost anyway. This sort of budget, these are brilliant. And then push them all into the ground with your foot all the way down, but just jig it first of all to start off with. Carry an extra peg with you, so when you actually get to site and you're trying the ground, before you even start getting your tent up, in your rucksack somewhere, nice and handy, so you can test the ground, because there's nothing worse than placing your tent down then you can't get the bloody pegs in. Brand new tent, up for the first time on the what will be today, 1st of August. In 2 weeks time I'll be trying it out on the South Downs Way. I'm going to call that video There and Back, because I'm going to travel from Winchester to Eastbourne and then attempt to come back from Eastbourne back to Winchester, so consequently there and back. We'll see how I get on. So this is Jay, happy as Larry in his brand new Lanshan from I Wonder UK. I'm out of here. See you next time.